Well then, 44 years ago, Aston Villa would beat Bayern Munich to win the European Championships and become champions of Europe for the first time in the club's history. In 1996, Aston Villa would see their last piece of silverware for over 30 years, beating Leeds United in the League Cup. 30 years on, in 2026, 44 years on since those glorious European nights, a trophy finally comes home to Aston Villa Football Club. Aston Villa have won the Europa League and are the champions of Europe once again. Welcome back to the Pride of Villa. My name's Ben, and I thought for this monumental occasion, let's go back to the original location, my brother's bedroom, and record this video, because this is honestly... Aston Villa have won a trophy. Aston Villa Football Club have won a trophy. And not only that, it's a European trophy, and I couldn't be happier. I could not be absolutely happier of what I've seen. You know, it's been a very long time, and it's always been talked about with football clubs, you know, the gaps that people go through from not seeing their teams win a trophy, especially for someone like myself. I'm only 24 years of age. All I've ever known from us is to never really see us get over that line. We've been to FA Cup finals against Arsenal. We've obviously had the League Cup final against Manchester City in 2020. We've been here and there with the Conference League and FA Cup again in the last few years. But finally, it's gone the way of Aston Villa Football Club, and we are now European champions once again. I'm going to sneeze. That's fine. Yeah. I'm just so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so proud of this team. And for the way it's gone this season, for the way that we started with the 5 games without winning a game of football, looking like we had no clue what we was doing, to the turnaround now, not only finishing in a Champions League position, which means once again we get Champions League football, which benefits us all across the board, but Aston Villa have gone the one step further and made this season, arguably for me, one of the greatest in the club's history. Absolutely tremendous for every single one of them. From management of Unai Emery, who's absolutely not only deserved this for the work that he's put in at Aston Villa Football Club, but hopefully now that means he's getting that statue outside the McGregor stand. Let's have him right there. The players as well. There's the talent that we've seen come and go over the years, and the quality of players that have deserved these trophies and these opportunities. For them to finally do it now, when Aston Villa are arguably in their peak at the moment, it's truly superb, and it doesn't describe it. I think the only thing is it kind of took it away, a bit anticlimactic, obviously being a 3-0 victory, because in the grand scheme of the game, you know, Freiburg didn't really test us at all, apart from the odd spell in the first 20 minutes, trying to feel each other out, and the one shot that had to be saved. Freiburg didn't really pose much of a threat to Aston Villa. We controlled the game, we showed a lot of comfortability and ultimately a lot of confidence on the European final stage. And then to get 2 great goals back-to-back just before the end of half-time. Amazing. Really lovely work set piece for Yuri Tielemans to score. Kind of esque to Jack Grealish when he came back from injury to score that amazing goal against Derby back in 2018. And then obviously 2 minutes later, Amy Buendia, who for me has to be player of the season for the club. The impact that he's made, considering what was meant to be his fate last summer, to see him now come back into the rotation of the team and also score a wonderful second goal. Mwah. Give him a contract. Let's see a little bit more of Amy Buendia, because Unai Emery has showed that coaching ability to take a player that was on his way out and bring him to the standards that he was. It's really superb. And then obviously just to round it off, a Morgan Rogers tap in, which, you know, was a lovely worked goal. And the thing is, it could have opened up for more chances. There was definitely more opportunities for goals to be scored across the board. Freiburg didn't really look like they had the foothold in the game. You can argue after that first goal, the confidence really knocked him out. But obviously the second goal from Emi Buendia may have completely turned the game. And then the third one was just a complete confirmation that Aston Villa were going to be European champions once again and bringing silverware home back to the town of Birmingham. We are the biggest town in Birmingham. Birmingham City, you can shove it up your arse. Wolverhampton ones, you can shove it up your arse. Walsall, anyone who wants to chat, Aston Villa Football Club represents the heart and foundation of Birmingham. It's just so happy. It's just so happy and so thankful that I've now got to see this. Like I said, at the age of 24, you do go through these times in life where you do think you're never going to see this, you're never going to see that. And I'm now very fortunate. Obviously, it would have been nice to see it in person, but hey ho, I've still seen us win a trophy. That's perfectly fine by me. And it's what it means for the future as well. Like I said, not only winning the trophy and establishing that Aston Villa can win silverware, we can now attract the players. We've got the Champions League football. Obviously, we're probably still going to have to do some unfortunate business in the transfer window and maybe see a big player go on the way out. But again, with that achievement of Champions League, the revenue gained from that league position, the revenue gained from winning the Europa League as well, there's a lot of benefits here, not just on the surface, but scratch a little bit deeper, and there's a lot more going for us there. But I just don't think there's much more that needs to be said other than a massive thank you. Thank you, Aston Villa Football Club, for giving me the opportunity to see you win a trophy, to invest me for 24 years of my life, and finally repay us by giving us some silverware, a big piece of silverware as well, to come back home. I'd like to thank Unai Emery for everything that you've done for the club since coming in, the players, everyone that's come and gone since this time, every single one of that backroom staff, every single person in this club deserves a massive thank you from myself, Nathan as well. Ultimately, you know, because of Aston Villa is why we made this channel, and ultimately why we still keep making content, even when we do have these dips off or where we don't appear. You know, it's moments like this that make me want to pick up the camera again and just talk, because it just captures those once-in-a-lifetime moments, it feels like. And this, for me, will go down as one of the greatest nights in my life for Aston Villa Football Club supporters. So a massive, massive thank you. Obviously, in terms of looking towards what's next for the club, obviously Aston Villa will be playing Manchester City on Sunday in a game that pretty much means nothing unless Aston Villa want to finish in 4th place. You know, to ideally secure that top 4 finished, and you know what, that's fine. But to be quite frankly honest, I don't even see us really going for it, given the result this week, following against Liverpool, and obviously now with the European Championship. I don't really see Aston Villa putting much faith into the game on Sunday, but you'll never know. And then obviously this also does mean that Aston Villa will be competing in the Super Cup. So whoever the winner of Arsenal and PSG is, we'll be facing them. Maybe it'll be PSG, we'll get another chance and win some more silverware. Or maybe it'll be Arsenal and have an all-English final there. Either way, that's still stuff to look forward to. But for now, Aston Villa, let's celebrate. Let's be happy for what we've achieved, because what we have achieved is nothing short of historical. It's nothing short of memorable. And it's nothing short of what Aston Villa Football Club deserves. So a massive, massive thank you to you, and a massive, massive thank you to Aston Villa Football Club. 1874 years of history has now been made once again in 2026. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Up the Villa.